Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to have you here with us in London.
Nice to meet you, Sarah.
So at the end of season one, we were left on quite the cliffhanger.
Hmm.
Coming into season two, it feels like the mysteries are just deepening, more questions, world is getting bigger, discovering that there are these other silos. Set the scene for us a bit. What can fans expect from this next installment?
I will say this, we are very intent on answering some mysteries and yet at the same time introducing more. So yes, the last we see of Juliet, she's walking out into this hellscape and there looks like there's a bunch of other silos out there. And what does that mean? We knew we had to deliver on that. Now, we've got a thing that the audience doesn't have unless they've read the books, which is we've got Hugh's books. So we knew where we were going. We knew that in season two, Julia takes refuge in another silo, and it's a dead silo because she walks down, and as you see in the trailer, there's just thousands of bodies that have been there for a long time. And our decision was, what if we opened during that rebellion? What if we opened in that silo to see what happened for all those people to go outside? But we don't answer all of it. There are a lot of questions. What does that mean? Why does the sheriff say that to his wife and things like that? And then jump forward 35 years and see Juliet, and now she's going into that silo. And that's her job of the season, is survive. And then she finds out, oh, I've got to get back. And that became our engine for her for the season. And then ultimately, she has to solve the mystery of Solo, Steve Zahn. There's something off about this guy. And it's not just the beard and the funky eye. There's something off, and she has to solve that.
And one of the things I think really stands out is the incredible world building in this show and sort of really leaning into that kind of cyberpunk aesthetic, which
Yeah.
seems to deepen. Now we've found this kind of abandoned silo. Were you taking kind of references from other, shows and films in this genre? Was it a lot there in the books? How did you build the world?
Well, once it was established in season one, what a silo looks like and a functioning silo, then our production designer in season two, Nicole Northridge, stepped in. And what would it look like if it had been abandoned for 35 years? And we started just kicking around ideas. What if that silo had more public art? That there was just murals and more color and stuff, and also more public planting, that they had plants going down the stairs and things like that. Well, after 35 years, it's all just dried husks, and those old murals are hard to see because there's not that much light. And then we thought that created an interesting mystery. In Silo 18, we broadened the world in terms of getting into a rebellion. And what would that look like in a silo? Because we know that that's always the threat. And so that was fun to dig into.
And in terms of the themes, I guess, maybe we're there for when you first read the book and made you want to make the show. But what people can take away from watching it, it's by taking us into this dystopian world, I guess we're constantly getting a bit of a reflection as well on our own. And, who are the villains here, really? You might think the people who are upholding the regime are the villains, but actually, if ultimately it is for the protection of the greater good, then that's not quite as clear as we think. And, who can you trust? What is truth? So what do you think the takeaways can be?
Well, I think we should just have you say that, and that would be the answer, because that's what the show is about, is that even the people you think are the villains, you get a little deeper and see. I used to sign my emails to the writers, Bernard, because I always felt, and talking about it with Hugh, he had the worst job in the silo. And he had to do horrible things because he was afraid that there'd be a rebellion and people would go up and open the door and kill the silo. He finds out differently by the end, and it blows his mind. And something happens at the end to him. Everyone's got their reasons. And Hugh talked about, there was an ad line for one of the books. I don't think he could remember which one, but it was, if the lies don't kill you, the truth will. That is a great theme to work around, which is, you think they're the bad guys? Well, wait. You think they're the good guys? Maybe. And I will say this, Juliet's good. Is she going to make mistakes? Yes, but she's good. She just has no interest in being a hero. But sadly, that's not up to her. Stuff happens where she just has to step up, and she does.
Maybe you can say a few words about Rebecca Fergus. I mean, I know she's also on board as executive producer, so, collaborating with her, but seeing her kind of lead us through this world, through Juliet's eyes. I mean, she's all these extra stunts as well she's doing in this season. Absolutely incredible.
She loves doing the stunt stuff, all that she can without delaying the production if she gets hurt. And even then, I'm sure she shades a little bit more to being active. But she is an amazing partner in this. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. We see the show the same way, and she does that magic trick, which is you want to be her. Male or female, you want to be someone who's going to do that. And part of that's the writing, that we give her things to do. but she just embraces it. And the way she plays it is exactly as we'd always hoped, which is she is not a hero. She is not by any means a superhero. She gets hurt, she's hurt, but she keeps going. And that's her heroic thing. That's her superpower. She just keeps going. Yeah, she's someone who's not a hero, but she does heroic things. And that's cool.
And even more to come with 3 and 4, right? Gonna be
You
fun
know,
back to
I will
back.
say this. We have a plan. We have a plan. And we hope get to execute the plan because we're having a blast. You know, it's really a fun show to do, from the producers, cast, writers, production. Apple TV Plus is just an incredible home. And it's not as though I get more money saying that. I would like to. I would like to get at least a new iPad, but no, it's just incredible support. So it's been a great experience.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
all that with me. Can't
You
wait
get-
for everyone else to see season 2, and also can't wait for season 3 and 4.